one question you guys have never been asked about SpongeBob and Patrick that you really wanted to get asked about SpongeBob and Patrick?
Holy smokes.
Whoa. Rachel, I'll be honest. Most people are pretty good with the questions.
Yeah.
But, boy, is there anything that I'm burning and itching? Not in a rash. Not like I'm allergic. It's not like I'm allergic to you, Rachel. Not that kind of itching and rashing.
No ointments.
Yeah, no ointments are necessary.
Yeah.
But chocolate. I'm gonna rub chocolate all over my body. But I gotta think if there's anything like. There's nothing that I'm itching. Like, why have I never been asked this question? I wish somebody would ask me this question. People are usually cogent and cool with their questions. They cover a pretty wide swath.
I don't think anyone's ever asked me, why do you always play dummies?
Oh,
that may be obvious.
Hey, Phil, why do you always play dumb characters?
Huh?
Well, I could say, like with we were talking about wrestling off camera earlier. Like the wrestlers that play the dumb guys, and actors I know that play like not the sharpest knives in the character drawer, are always the smartest guys. Like Bill is super intellectual. People are like, is he really like that? I'm like, no. I'm sort of tempted to go, yeah, but
I have Patrick moments.
Oh yeah, don't we all?
Yeah, right.
But why do you always play dummies? Probably for the same reason I always play hyperactive characters. It's kind of who you are.
They're just like, we're just typecasting.
Now, did you have a weird, crazy question that you would be hesitant to ask us?
Not really. You've already brought up Coach multiple times, and I watched Coach with my dad all the time, and I was like, well, I'm going to ask a question about Coach eventually. But I grew up, not to make you guys feel old, but I grew up with like a sponge. I'm in my 30s, and
Ship has sailed.
I grew up with like a SpongeBob alarm clock next to my bed.
Oh, great!
And
did it go? I'm ready. I'm ready.
No, it was fun. So it had the FUN, and like Plankton was on top of like the N of it or whatever it was. But it made me think of like, now SpongeBob has had so many songs that people love singing. Like we just had the whole Super Bowl thing with Sweet Victory. Is there a specific song that people kind of sing at you guys all the time, or do they do the I'm ready more than anything else?
Song-wise,
the campfire song is something that people like to have recognized, and it's not Patrick just like stumbles through it, but I always love that moment when we have to revisit that and do that. There's always
the campfire song.
Yeah,
we should do that live,
right?
And I got to smash the guitar at the end, but. The one that the two that people come to me and say, they'll go, oh, nice to meet you. I go, nice to meet you, and they'll go, best day ever, and I go, oh, it is the best day. And then the other one,
which he wrote,
the one, the one that's funny. Another funny one is that people will just come up and go, this is one that people want to sing with you, though. Can I sing the Krusty Krab pizza song with you? You want to sing it with me?
Right,
I go, yeah.
sure.
1, 2, 3. The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. Krusty Krab. Like they want to go all the way through it, but they want to do it as a duet, which is funny. So yeah, I would say Best Day Ever and Krusty Krab pizza are the two that I get projected at me.
The one really dumb song that recurs in my head all the time is I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward, Squidward.
Yes. Now, the stuff gets in your brain. I can't look at somebody wearing a striped sweater and not sing the striped sweater song. They'll go, oh, nice to meet you. And I go, the best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. Oh, yeah, I am wearing a striped sweater. I didn't even notice. Yeah. So, yeah, the songs are very... evocative on SpongeBob, musical doodle, stuff like that, even like little stepping on the beach, stepping on the beach, I can't walk on a beach without doing that. Like, that SpongeBob has poisoned my brain for certain experiences. Yeah, you can't walk on the beach without doing the doot.
Yeah.
Oh, and Squidward with his
yeah, Squidward's like, I'm relaxing in the tub humming, and Roger, that was
that.
Yeah, that was Roger ad-libbing those notes, and we just do la-da-dee, la-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-dum. It's dee-doo-dum, la-da-dee, la-da-dee, I don't know. And yeah, this stuff. Yeah, the music.
Oh, from the first movie, those songs. I mean, now that we're men, oh, it's so
Goofy
great.
Goober Rock.
Yeah,
You know. Yeah, it's.
and he pulled. Now that we're men, he pulled that piece off the internet, and it was just
Sweet
like,
Victory, you mean?
No, the ba 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 ba. That was off the internet because I saw it in some movie. The movie where Greg Kinnear plays like these twins. He's like, he's an identical, a Siamese twin or something. Did you ever see that movie?
I vaguely remember.
Okay, well, there's a high school sports scene, and the fight song for that. I was watching the movie, just catching it, and during this high school football game, da 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 da. I went,
Nothing with men.
and the next session, I went and I said, Steve, they used the song from the movie in this in
you told Hillenburg?
Hillenburg goes, well, we just pulled that off the internet.
It's public domain.
Just wrote lyrics for it. And,
We just put words to a public domain marching band thing. I didn't know that. Yeah, people forget
change my underwear.
Like the music of SpongeBob is a really important element as much as the graphics are. You know, the type of music that those swooping Hawaiian laughs.
Those segues.
That takes you right down.
Yeah.
You know, that takes you right, that bubble sound. That's kind of like the transition that takes you from our world
Coming into
Bikini
Crab.
Bottom. Yeah, it kind of eases you in. It's kind of like, you're in the tunnel of love after that, And yeah, it's funny you bring up the music. I often think about that. Like, it's such an important element that people don't think about, but you don't want them thinking about it because you want it to be kind of subliminal. So the music is doing its job.
Sure.
Yeah, and it stays in your head. Like, I think about the day I ripped my pants all the time. Like, I'll just be sitting on, like,
absolutely.
Pants.
Well, that's another one. Like, when I'm signing an autograph for somebody named Taylor, what's your name, Taylor? I always have to write, I need a tailor. Because I ripped my pants again. Yeah, I like, you can't sign an autograph for Taylor without doing that line from Rip Pants on the autograph. I need a tailor. Yeah.
Well, and it's weird that it is now 25 years, because I remember at one point my little cousin, who's now like 21, came up to me and was like, oh, I love this show, it's called SpongeBob, and I just kind of looked at him, I was like, I'm aware of what SpongeBob is, and he was like, how? I was like, because it started when I was a child, like, I know how SpongeBob exists, like, what it is, but...
He's like, it's been around that long, like, you're 150 years old, yeah.
But I do love, too, that, like, now, because millennials are, like, very online, and we're the most online people, there are so many SpongeBob memes that people just use in their day. And I'm sure you guys have been asked this, but is there one that you're like, I love every one of these. It doesn't matter if I've seen the same version of it 3 times. I still think it's the funniest thing.
The memes are really funny to me. And we love, and Hillenburg would have loved, the fact that there's people taking stuff from the show, images and drawings and moments, and kind of repurposing them into this other thing. It's kind of like a found art or something, or it's kind of like somebody finding something in a dumpster and making something cool out of it, like
it's
Etsy.
So
it's like online Etsy,
right,
it's like, I took this SpongeBob moment, I made this meme out of it,
Etsy,
digital Etsy. Right. Yeah, so Etsy, sorry, but so I love those. But I mean, I like the chicken one, but which is mocking SpongeBob. They call that, right? Like, yeah. But I love I'm a head out. I'm a head out. Like, again, it's hard for me to get out of a chair without at least thinking that in my mind. I don't always say it out loud, but it's in my head. I'm a head out. It's almost like a reflex now.
Is it? I'm revealing my clueless nature. Is it a meme when someone sends me something on the phone and it's like,
Careful,
and it's an image of Julia Roberts from a film, and she holds a fan up in front of her face, and she morphs into Patrick. and she walks into Patrick's face.
Wow.
I've never seen that one, but yeah,
Is that like
and I couldn't stop giggling.
as a millennial, you have to tell us what's the difference between a GIF and a meme.
Yeah,
they're the same. They
They're the same.
can be
So
the
a
same.
GIF can be a meme. So okay. So yeah, I think it's all included. Wow, I gotta learn more about this. So
Yeah.
Julia Roberts fans herself, and then she transforms into Patrick like a werewolf.
the fan moves.
The fan clears her face.
and she's Patrick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, that's funny. Well,
Wow,
'cause
Patrick Woman, like instead of Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I was thinking, like, every time I get stressed about something, I just think of the Mr. Krabs one that they made, where it's like all of where he's like really stressed, and it's all blurred around him, and he's like this in the center of it. I think about that one all the time.
I know. The people that make the memes, I guess there's a
factory
I don't think it's
somewhere.
one place.
Yeah, there's a factory somewhere.
It's not like a Russian bot farm where the SpongeBob memes all come from.
And it's a good factory. They have areas to like play, and there's a miniature golf there, and
Yeah, I mean the folks that come up with those memes are very clever, unsung heroes. But I think it's kind of cool that people don't take credit for the meme. This meme was created by
there's no
it's just like my gift to the world. Use it. I love it.
And it's a natural extension of the creative brain, because you kind of, when things resonate in your brain and you have these own little riffs in your brain, and then we develop this media, and it's happening on your phone, which is every time Clancy would say the word money, my imagination would just race, because he would add an extra syllable. Hey, what mean money? He would add an extra syllable. God, that's amazing, and my brain would just go crazy with the potential.
Yeah, well, it's always funny because my brother's name is Patrick, so every time I go, no, this is Patrick.
Oh,
I
have a brother named Patrick too, but he's 10 years younger than me, so he kind of missed out. Luckily, he missed out on being like Patrick didn't have this connotation when he was a kid. But I'm sure, if you're named Patrick or Kevin is another one, like where people that are named Kevin, like millennials or people, they say that people always, when they meet them, they always go, "Hi, Kevin." You're like, I'm so sorry about that. I go, no, it's cool. I've learned to live with it. But yeah.
I saw that.
I've never run into someone named SpongeBob, but I have run into a lot of Patricks and a lot of Kevins.
You gotta go see that musical.
The hilarious actor Patrick Warburton, who is such a funny man. Patrick. I ran into him once. This is how long ago it happened, at my local newsstand, and he very excitedly showed me on his pickup his new Patrick decal on his pickup. Great.
Wow.
I love that lore. Buzz Lightyear has a Patrick.
Yes, I'm right, exactly.
I do have to ask, so there's been the talks of, like a Sandy Cheeks movie and or a Plankton movie. If I said that, what would you guys say in response to a Sandy Cheeks and or
We need you to sign a form. The Sandy Cheeks movie will be streaming in early August.
August 2, 3, first weekend of August.
Yeah. So and it's terrific. There is also a Plankton streamer soon to come.
Yeah,
that's all we're allowed to say.
Well, the funny thing is, anytime an interviewer asks me about anything, when you say Sandy movie, Plankton movie, my first reaction is to be a deer in headlights and then look off camera to see if it's okay for me to talk about it or not, because there's always so much going on. It's like I know I signed NDAs.
There's Lila right
but look at that, right? Exactly. but yeah, the Sandy Cheeks movie is happening. There's so much going on in Sponge World all the time that and it's always stuff is at various stages of completion. Some of it's in the middle, some of it's just starting, some of it's at the storyboard stage, some of it's being wrapped up. Yeah, some of it's being wrapped up. A lot of sponge balls in the air, and it's
Ew.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, you never know what. It's always a panic moment where you don't know if you can talk about it or not. But I know that the Sandy Cheeks, that's August. Come on, we can talk about that like crazy. But there are other movies focusing on and projects focusing on the SpongeBob world and different aspects of Bikini Bottom that are being bandied about and worked upon, and we're all really excited about it. And lots for the 25th anniversary coming down the pike as well. And when I say pike, that's not a fish.
Speaking of Sandy, someone told me once that there's a minor league baseball team somewhere in Texas, and the 7th inning stretch, along with taking out to the ball game, they show Patrick going, "Who cares about dumb old Texas?" and everyone goes nuts, and that fills me.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. It really means a lot to me as a
Thanks, Rachel.
millennial.
Thank you,
I'll give my best to your brother. I'll see him at Steel City